Okay, so I'm going to record this. Record. And show people what's happening right now. Repair it. My disk is damaged. So now my Toshiba, if you can hear me, is damaged. So I lost one black box. Garbage. I recorded it. No, I don't have access to the screen right now. Can anyone hear me? I'm being hacked right now live and I'm recording it. I don't think anybody sees me. There's no mention of what's popping up on the screen. We'll see. We'll wait and see if they see me online. Maybe someone will be able to reply if they hear me. Yes, thank you very much, everybody. The little delay that we have. Oh, I'm having a lot of problems here. Hang tight, everyone. Can't repair the disk Toshiba. That's it. It's done. Another black box. And I probably just lost it. Yeah, not going to work. Hey, Rumble. Hey, Twitter. Hello, YouTube. Very odd. I can't close it now, so I got all these boxes in front of me. Hang tight, everybody. A little hack here. It always makes me laugh. I can't see anybody. The feed is gone now, so hang tight. Little glitchy here. Wait till I close some boxes. Give it a second. It should come back. Should be able to talk a little bit about people, about the Vatican, about the weather manipulation in Houston right now. Warning the people in Houston, there's some bad shit going on. They're taking down videos of a guy trying to warn people about the weather. So, okay, I'm starting to see people appear here. Star Hunter, thank you very much. So considering you guys must be hearing me. Yeah, lots of problems. A little control over the audio again. So all the black boxes went off. Could be a computer glitch, right? It could be. Could absolutely be. Danny, how are you doing? Hola, muchas gracias. How are you doing? Xander Mavro and family. Mixed Mayhem's in the house. Hausers here. Thanks, Star Hunter. Going pretty bad so far. Allergies are horrible. I didn't even think I was going to come on with my eye, but a little bit hot now. So we got 30-degree approaching, Xander. And it's, you know what, brother? This, I'm going to say I believe, because it's just I believe, is not natural heat that we're feeling from the sun. I don't think it's the sun's heat that we're feeling. And that effect of being in a sauna, a hot sauna, I'm pretty sure that it's the weather manipulation. So they're getting caught too, by the way. They're talking about the formations right now. There's a big developing weather patterns, monstrous weather patterns. Texas, there's quite a few. I hope I'm not wrong saying this. There could be millions without power right now. And there's a lot of bad shit happening right now over Houston. And, if you want to check that out, InfoWars, Alex Jones obviously was on the horn about that. And that's where I saw it. So you can check it out too. Thank you very much, my friend. So sorry for the inconvenience, but that's how it is. So I guess, yeah, everything at the same time. The black boxes disappeared, and then the audio went off, which is a completely other problem. But those things happen. This happens when you are loved online, when people love you, When people want to see your channel taken down, and there's a lot of different variation of people attacking the channel. There's people that attack the channel to suppress truth, and some people just attack the channel because they just don't like that Kristen comes by and says, "Hi, Bruce, your research rocks," or "Have a nice day," or something like that. Sometimes people can get jealous. And we have the X platform that comes by now during the streams. Geesh, I really appreciate that. That is a fact. If not, we would not have anybody here. We just lost 3 subs. So, hey, subscribe to the Bruce Sees All YouTube channel, because you know what? We don't get subs here, eh? At all, ever. And I promise you, I confirm it. There's one person or 10, no matter what the quantity of people are, they subscribe 30 to 100 channels, but it's all month. So since my birthday, we crossed over the 100,000, then we stopped. And that's how it's going to be, this little increments. We'll approach the summer, then all of a sudden there might be a little boom, 1,000 or something like that. But basically it's all hacked, for the channel. But the good news is that you can keep coming back to see the research. And those of you that don't want to subscribe, you don't have to. It's a free channel. Hello there, Anika. So can you guys see on the top here? It disappeared. Oh, well, I'm happy I recorded it. Sorry, trolls. I recorded that. Let's see here what's going on. Oh, and I had no volume either. I tried to record it. Let's see. I'll just show this part here. Give it a little share. Share the screen. Hey, how are you all doing today? I mean, it's going to be a lot of people missing for sure. Eventually, as we approach the summer, some of you will be on holidays, some of you taking a break from me, some of you going camping, doing a whole bunch of different things. That's understandable. I'll always be here. Research won't stop. You'll be able to come back anytime you are all ready. So I'm going to share just this here. So volume not working. It says, looks like your mic was unplugged. Plug it back in. So yeah, it was plugged in several times. But look over here, what's written here. This happens to me. It happened only once, was the last time that they were attacking the audio again. It says, YouTube rejected your comment. This is my comment, by the way. This usually means that they think it's spam. Try changing it a bit. Like they didn't read me as being Bruce. And over here on top, this is the comment that I wrote, which makes no sense. You know that it's a computer error, right? Or a hack. Oops, just lost all my black boxes. Lol. They disappeared. Hang tight. It says YouTube rejected your comment. This usually means they think it's spam. So I thought that was interesting. That's a good one. YouTube rejected your comment. See here, black boxes I can't get into. This one here reappeared, the data plus, but that one I can't open and I can't even close that. So I'll just unplug it later. So yeah, that's things that can happen. Alex Fotzi in the house, brother. When we going camping, I started putting the sleeping bags in the car yesterday. Not kidding. Am I still sharing the? Stop sharing. There we go. I was sharing the screen. Sorry about that. Oh, I do see it here. Oh, I can't pin it though. So it did stay. Maybe you all saw it yourselves. It could be that you were able to see that. Right. Let me get down here. Janine, thank you very much. Nice to see you. Kristen Kruger in the house. Hello to all the mods, sending love and safety. Yes, we need safety. We need safety. Mr. Kai, thanks, brother. Yeah, I would have restarted it if I would have had to. They are, Philip. They are. Yeah, that's the worst part. I mean, obviously, CIA agents aren't deliberately teasing me, right? They cut off directly. Governments cut off with AI and everything. They don't have to, reach people. And obviously, the moon videos, I was blocked for sure. Thank you very much, Adam. Dana Lynn, thank you very much for being here. Well, we have a lot of fun. A lot of fun with the little hackers and not just hackers. And don't forget, we have a lot of glitches on YouTube. So obviously, very often there could be glitches. Doesn't always mean someone's hacking you. Most of the time it is. In my case, that is a fact. Proved it so many a times. Mr. Christopher Rollins is in the house. Thank you, man. What do you guys think of the Vatican going to have? People are saying an alien conference, and now people are saying fact checkers. They're fact checking online. As a matter of fact, the post that I was looking at right here is fact checking online. Newsweek. When I see the bullshit some of them say, and take it with a grain of salt on where we get information. You can get information on any social media or any media, news media, corrupt or not. It depends on what you want to do with the information. If CNN says that there was a fire somewhere, well, you can base that information on doing your own research, right? So always take it with a grain of salt when they're talking. But is Pope Francis holding aliens conference? And of course, Newsweek is on the horn saying fact check. They're saying, no, it's not aliens because there will be no mention of extraterrestrials in the thing. No, of course not. They changed the term. They call it supernatural phenomena. Right now, or today, the Pope is holding a conference. Are we going to see this conference? Are we going to know who's there? Is it military people there? And he's up in front in his smock and his little red outfit with the horns or whatever. He's the devil in person, guys. I guarantee you that. Interest in life among the stars has attracted wide attention from the public and politicians in the past few years, with new investigations examining alleged sightings of extraterrestrial phenomena. Within the past few years, the Pentagon has confirmed the existence of a government database, with at least 800 reports of anomalous objects, and that was in 2022. It launched its all domain anomaly resolution office, as you all know, to investigate what we know about mysterious sightings in the sky. This week, an announcement from the Vatican. This is news out today. Is it today? Hang tight. It is news from today, and it came out this morning at 9:21 a.m. Eastern Time. So they say this week, an announcement from the Vatican on supernatural phenomena drew speculation that the Pope also has an interest in extraterrestrials. Why speculation? What do you mean? Is there speculation? He owns the largest telescope in the world and he called it Lucifer. Okay. As well as questions about the Catholic Church's view on aliens. That'll be interesting. Wants to know what the Catholic Church thinks of aliens. Well, I'll tell you what they think of aliens. I did a test with a friend in my younger years and walked in. We did the Catholic Church and we even did the Protestant Church, or was Presbyterian, whatever. Walked in to ask them a question. Can we ask you a quick question? The guy was walking, saying hello there. Can we ask you a quick question about aliens and what you think about aliens? He said, you're a Jehovah's Witness. Get the F out of my church. So help me God. He said that. Okay. Walks out. Okay. Of his wherever the hell he was. Hell. Walks to the end of the church. Looked at my friend. Said, get out of the church. I said, we'll take our time. I honestly, I'm not that type of person. But in a flash of an instant, I told him he's going to talk to me better than that. I'll trash your church. Turn it upside down. Bash your head into the wooden table and walk out. The insulting way a priest responded to someone. I said, you know that I came to this church before? You know that, there were marriages in my family here, which I made a mistake about the church. It wasn't that church, but it doesn't matter. But that's how people are, and for me, at a very young age, I realized that priests are bogus. There's no anything real being done with priests. They're hiding. The devils. They're hiding, doing the devil's work. They don't talk about certain books. They don't do their own research. They're indoctrinated, for a salary, by the way, because they are paid. That's how it is. What did he say here? Extraterrestrials and aliens. And continuation. Thursday post formerly on Twitter by UFO news account Skyfire News. The Pope is to hold conference on aliens and the supernatural tomorrow. So they're making a big hype about this guy that is mentioning that they're talking about aliens and calling him a liar. Well, he's not a liar. Supernatural phenomena is alien related. This is totally stupid that the people, anybody could think opposite, but they don't think opposite. This is deliberate information out. It's propaganda media that comes out to get people to believe a certain thing. And most people do. That's a scary part. Neither the Pope nor the Vatican clergy or staff is holding a press conference about alien life. And this is Newsweek that is telling us this, right? So what are they going to say? Because he is holding a conference. What are they going to say? This week, the Holy See, he calls himself the Bruce Sees All, which governs the church, said on Friday it would hold a press conference to present the new provisions of the dicastery for the doctrine of the faith for discerning between apparitions and other supernatural phenomena. The Madonna's crying eyes, the crucifix that bleed, and stuff like that. There's actually a meeting on that. Not a meeting, a conference about that. Some reported that this would concern alien or extraterrestrial life. However, Newsweek says there's no reference to extraterrestrial life in the Vatican documents on the discernment of apparitions or supernatural phenomena, nor is there any in the new guidance. That is absolutely a lie. The Vatican, a long time ago, with the US, had to do with having secret meetings about extraterrestrial life and spacecraft crash down on Earth. That is a fact. They're telling us that there's nothing in Vatican doctrine about UFOs. They're full of shit. And of course, they're not going to show us if there is. Some reported this would be concern alien extraterrestrial life. And they're saying no, of course not. As reported by Reuters, which covered the conference, the new guidelines recommend greater caution regarding supernatural events like weeping Madonnas and how the clergy judges such events. So the Vatican are taking the initiative on their own part to decide on what is alien or not and what is supernatural or not or fake, right? Okay. The Vatican's doctrinal office published its reasoning on Friday morning. The guidance allows bishops to permit worship of what may be believed to be a supernatural phenomenon. The guidance allows bishops to permit worship of what may be believed to be supernatural phenomenon or apparition that has not been formally declared by the Vatican as such. Newsweek has contacted the Holy See representatives via email for comment. An established supernatural apparition, according to the church, has manifested signs or evidence of being an authentic or truly miraculous intervention from heaven. Under guidance published in 1978, the choices given to I got a play of words today, given to bishops were more prescriptive and would often require them to seek clarification from an official congregation of the Holy See. The new guidance also mentions the challenges the church has faced with the influence of the internet and social media in addressing alleged apparitions or supernatural phenomena. Conference today, guys. With the advent of modern means of communication, these phenomena can attract the attention of many believers or cause confusion among them. The guidance reads. The guidance. It continues, they think they're the guidance. It continues, since news of these events can spread very quickly, the pastors of the church are responsible for handling these phenomena with care and recognizing their fruits, purifying them of negative elements, or casting a spell. I added that in there, or warning the faithful about potential dangers arising from them. Everything they told us is maybe all wrong. Oh, it is. And moreover, with the development of modern means of communication, in the increase the increase of pilgrimages, these phenomena are taking on national and even global proportions, meaning that a decision made in one diocese has consequences also elsewhere. A month ago, if not a month and a half ago, I made a live stream talking about, I think it was last month, talking about combining two fields of research, ufology and paranormal investigations, that the Vatican's going to be reached about it. They're going to be implicated in this, right? Mussolini back in the day, we're doing deals with alien retrieval programs. Mussolini with the States, right? It's crazy. And Americans would go and retrieve that. They'd send some SEALs, Navy SEALs. Who they send before they existed? Who knows? Another type of Navy SEAL, most likely. They're going to be combining these fields of research where you're going to have these physicists, astrophysicists, people that are into laser technology, biologists, everything together, combining, making this massive secret society to try to dominate the world. And not just that, manipulate DNA, make their own hybrids to be able to eventually take over the world. It's something out of a shit show, out of a science fiction novel or movie, but it's not. And every science fiction movie out there today that was ever created, what they're doing is a lot worse. A lot worse. Are people ready to find out that aliens exist? Of course they are. We're maybe not ready to find out what they're doing. That could be something else. Development of modern means of communication with the increase of pilgrimages. Okay, right. So when spiritual experiences are accompanied by physical or psychological phenomena that cannot be immediately explained, psychological phenomena, very interesting. I get that a lot. Explained by reason alone, the church has the delicate responsibility of studying and discerning these occurrences carefully, the guidance said. Nowhere, said the guidance, who's the guidance? Nowhere does this guidance mention alien or extraterrestrial life. And that's not true. Like I said, they're talking about supernatural phenomena. They're just not telling you that what they say is heavenly is actually heavenly, but alien. Who says our God's not an alien, right? It's just theory. Hello. It's a possibility. People are so close-minded, which appears to have been interpreted rather than understood. Yeah, well, yeah. That's what you're doing. That's what they're doing. They're interpreting. That's absolutely what they're doing. Interpreting. They're changing the way people see something. Say, hey, look, there's aliens here. There's not aliens here. It's supernatural occurrences. It's heavenly occurrences. It's all explained. It's all natural phenomena. Bullshit. I don't believe it. There's no evidence, they say, that these guidelines directly or indirectly concern the church's approach to or thoughts on extraterrestrial life. If further information comes to light that shows otherwise, this story will be updated. They're going to keep us informed if ever they find out it's demons or something. So they say. False, big title, false. The Vatican has not held a press conference about extraterrestrial. News media is coming out with this crap to tell people that there's nothing going on at the Vatican about conferences and whatnot. Its doctrinal office issued new guidance on recognition of apparitions or supernatural phenomena, such as weeping Madonnas. Again, repeating that. Previous and now current church's guidance does not concern extraterrestrial life. It is not mentioned directly or indirectly and appears to be an interpretation. This is what they're saying. So there's the fairness meter here. And basically this one is unfair, left-leaning, totally lie. So they're saying so. I thought that was a little funny. They're talking about the Vatican. What do you want to do? The last ploy will be aliens. It's all a show. Warner Von Braun. Yep, Von Braun talked about it a long time ago. But you see, people are repeating now. What if Von Braun was wrong? Maybe not, but if I'm not mistaken, Monsieur, isn't that the man that mentioned Project Bluebeam? If I'm not mistaken, about a false alien invasion. I know that for a fact. I remember him speaking about. I don't remember him personally. A while back, I saw the footage or documentation about him talking about a fake alien invasion. So we can shoot that out there and leave that in the back of our minds in case, we have another stream at 8 o'clock tonight, maybe even a visitor. SW, thank you for coming by, my friends. It is David. What's going on you have a friend in Houston? Yeah, man, listen. So now the weather being manipulated over there. I saw some videos of storms starting in a flash of an instant where it's totally hot outside. Then all of a sudden, freezing weather, wind, and you hear this like a bomb let off there. Again, on InfoWars, they're showing that. So it's pretty incredible. Houston in a blackout, and the air looks very dark. This is not a good sign. This is possibly an attack, weather manipulation. They're using direct energy weapons. They're causing storms. Guys, a couple of streams back, you know that this is a touchy situation. We talked about the South Pole base. Remember the South Pole base? South Pole base with the FOIA request, the Freedom of Information Act. People can bring out declassify classified files and or videos, information, both on YouTube, governmental websites and whatnot. And they're talking all about it. The blackout in Houston, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about something else. It slipped my mind. It doesn't take me much. That's right, Philip. They cannot handle the truth. But what gives them the right to talk about supernatural phenomena? What does Google tell us supernatural phenomena is? Saw a guy last week in town that was higher than a kite, pants halfway down, his hands up in the air, was screaming at people, his eyes bulging out. And I saw him today with his daughter. I was a little upset. You got to be careful when you're in town walking around. You see somebody and you feel that, oh, maybe that kid's being abused. You got to be careful for that child's life, and you got to be careful for what you say and do. I learned in the past about speaking up or speaking out, even as a bus driver with one of the parents that were a little rough with the kids. My boss told me, best shut up, insulted me. But anyways, I saw that guy, his hands up in the air, and then it was with his daughter. Looked like he was having a fun time and whatnot, but it's just that it's sad that with all the shit that's going on in the world right now, could you imagine how many children are just floating around in a home where the parents are abusing them, and that it will never come to light before maybe 10, 15 years from now? It is sad, when you think of it. People have to be the eyes for everyone. When I was a bus driver, I was the eyes for all the kids. I was checking out the teachers, and teachers should be doing the same, checking out bus drivers, checking out people's social media accounts, maybe. Sure, I got nothing against it. Statue weeping blood. Oh, see, now they're talking about this is just 3 hours ago on NBC. Take it with a grain of salt. Statue weeping blood. Visions of the Virgin Mary. Vatican. Whoop. Un momento. Telephone. So sorry about that. Just a troll. Statue weeping blood, visions of Virgin Mary. Vatican has new advice on supernatural phenomena. So the Vatican is going to bring out new information about, wow, so that people will know what's going on, right? The document offers detailed instructions and 6 prudential conclusions for bishops who look into such claims. Interesting. Rome says supernatural events like visions of the Virgin Mary and statues, this is interesting, weeping tears of blood have for centuries stirred the faithful and controversy for the Catholic Church. In the age of social media, unverified claims can spread rapidly around the globe. So on Friday, the Vatican's Dicastery for Doctrine of the Faith issued new guidelines radically reforming its process for evaluating faith-based phenomena. The document offers detailed instructions and 6 prudential conclusions for bishops who look into such claims. While incredibly rare, some might allow for devotion, while others will be rejected outright, and the Vatican will be the ones deciding this, stressing that such incidents should be assessed very cautiously, as the Vatican should be assessed very cautiously, whether they're telling the truth or not. In a document replacing, I added that in there, in a document replacing rules issued in 1978, the Vatican's doctrinal office said that bishops can completely reject an event as supernatural and take steps to ban or limit worship or fake controversial phenomena. This is a scary thing. You know, back in the day, the clergy, right? Religion was in charge. Problems with your children, you'd send them to the church to get. I'm not going to say what happens, but anyways, that you know how it works, right? But now, I'm blown away at how today, I mean, the Vatican is there for show. Like the Queen is there for show. She doesn't run shit, right? She owns everything. She doesn't run shit though. She's just there for show. Was there for show. The Vatican's there for show. They're puppets. Biden's there for show. He's a puppet. He has no say in nothing. No presidents ever have, right? One president did, and he was killed. But that's a fact. It's important not to overlook that sometimes the discernment may also deal with problems such as delicts, manipulation, damage to the unity of the church. They wouldn't want that to happen. Undue financial gain of the church. See what's happening? This is why they're going to lie through their friggin' teeth to be able to have people continue and keep their faith. Shoot in a few extra new angels and stuff. And serious doctrinal errors that could cause scandals and undermine the credibility of the church, the document says. While it says clear procedures are needed, it also says they are not intended to control or even less stifle the Holy Spirit. Approved earlier this month by Pope Francis, the most favorable, the 6 outcomes would see the church issue a nihil obstat, which means a supernatural event would not be contrary to the faith, and Catholics could express devotion to it. So they're not going to allow you to pray over a supernatural phenomenal event unless they declare that it was something heavenly from the God. That's scary stuff. It's indoctrination. And listen, those of you that have been following me over the years, I love religious people. They're trying to find themselves and stuff. A lot of people, most people do good with religion, right? And try to change their lives. But some people get lost. Some people become aggressive and copy and pasters going around, posting this, posting that. So, and it's sort of for me like a bit of a manipulation. So I didn't get a Jehovah's Witness yesterday. I got someone else, some new people coming by. Some new people in town. Who is this guy? What did he say? This guy didn't present himself as an evangelist or anything religious. He said that he was I don't know, something about suicides, which is important. Get information out on people, that commit suicides and whatnot. There's a thing there. So it turns out that I refused him, and I didn't want to buy the books from him, depressed. And I said, I guarantee you, if you're trying to get depressed people to buy books from you, they don't even take the time to wash themselves. Some of them, I don't think they're going to go and buy your book to read the whole book to find out what to do about the depression. So he left me this. I got nothing against Bibles and stuff like that. I got my own, but I read it when I want to. They dropped off something. It's all religious stuff. He said, well, in case, you know somebody that does want to commit suicide, give him the book of Jean, Billie Jean. Anyway, I find it funny the way religion is. And a lot of people have a hard time feeling free to speak up about it. And I think everybody should be debating about that. So, while it says clear procedures approved earlier this month by Pope Francis, on top of it, it's just driving me nuts. While extremely rare, this would leave open the issue of whether Vatican would formally recognize a phenomenon as supernatural. Maybe they're saying this because they're preparing to, like Kai said, von Braun, fake alien invasion or something like that, when it could be real. Actually, this is what I'm thinking. I don't think a fake alien invasion is going to happen. On my side, my belief, no way in hell. I don't think we'll ever see a fake alien invasion. I think we're going to see a real alien invasion. That's what I think. I think it's happening now. But as a rule, the document, speaking of the Vatican, the Holy See document states that potential conclusions do not include the possibility of declaring that the phenomenon under discernment is of supernatural origin. That is, affirming with moral certainty that it originates from a decision willed by God in a direct way, meaning church authorities will no longer declare whether a vision or stigmata is divinely inspired. They're not going to talk about it anymore. Good. Shut up about it. Although it acknowledges the rules issued in 1978 were no longer adequate, the document, we're done here, does not say what prompted them to be reviewed, right? However, Papa Francesco, has expressed skepticism about supernatural phenomena. Imagine the Pope not believing in supernatural phenomena. Real fucking funny. Particularly more recent events, including the claims of repeated messages from the Virgin Mary, through email, at the shrine of Medjugorje in Bosnia, so it's like, okay, whatever. I prefer the Madonna as our mother, he says, and not a woman who's the head of a telegraphic office who sends a message every day at a certain time, he told reporters in 2017. Last year, he told Italian broadcaster Rai that apparitions of Mary were not always real, and that, right? And that he liked to see her as pointing to Jesus rather than drawing attention to herself, because she appears and she goes, and the Vatican, Papa Francesco, the Pope that should be speaking 8 languages, that can only speak 2 languages, one well. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Other phenomena has nonetheless become sources of scandal. Yes. Real joke. The bishops continued to suggest to the faithful that jury was still out on whether the phenomena were authentic or not over the years, according to documentation made public last year by the Filipino Bishops' Conference. A little funny, though, eh? The crap that's happening. Vatican tightens rules on supernatural phenomena. Now, BBC News, NBC News, The Guardian, Vatican tightens rules on supernatural phenomena and crack down on hoaxes now. Oh, crack down on hoaxes. Hang on here. Is that the problem? Vatican tightens rules on supernatural phenomena and crack down on hoaxes. Updated guidelines strip bishops of power to recognize supernatural nature of purportedly divine events. That's pretty crazy. So I won't go back over that. obviously talking about the same thing. Oh gosh, guys, it's hilarious. They're even showing toast in here with Jesus Christ that appeared in the toast. You know why they do that, eh? They do it to mock the people saying that these apparitions are real. And you know what? I believe some could be real. I believe it could happen. I'm not saying that some of the ones that are occurring now or that occurred are real, but I believe that there is definitely a supernatural phenomenon that can occur. I've experienced it. I've seen beings in shape and form, but shadows. Never physical. Thank God that I've never seen them physical form. But you see that once and you know it exists. There's no two ways about it. Such an interesting subject. Anika, thank you so much. Let me get my coffee. I'm out of coffee, Anika. I got about 2 cups left. Thank you very much. Very funny that, you know, with all the problems going on, and that, oh, not that, the fact that they never talk about UFOs, guys. They never talk about UFOs. Over the years, they never talk about UFOs. I'll say, like Tim Burchett was saying, he was there's some and also a recent interview about Tim Burchett talking out about the bull crap that the Pentagon is doing. You know, he said it himself, Tim Burchett, and I've said it many a times, and it's true. They're sending million. I wrote it a couple days ago in the community. They're raising billions of dollars to be able to open groups and committees and complete associations to be able to pay people, very well paid, experienced governmental people, to research into the possibility of UAPs and UFOs. They're not telling us what they are. They're not telling us what they think they are. They're not telling us whether they're alien or demon or not. But don't forget, they never said that extraterrestrials don't exist. And that's the beautiful part. Of course they exist, right? Um, some other things coming out is that people are starting to say, well, what is the problem with them not wanting to talk about the UFOs? Well, obviously all the things they did against us, or manipulating us with UFOs. Maybe the government, maybe they're using their own, right? UFOs exist that are extraterrestrial, and so do ours, but ours are not like the extraterrestrials. We back engineered craft, and this is confirmed because this came out in FOIA requests. So if you don't know what a FOIA request is, look them all up. The Black Vault, wherever you want to look them up, they're coming out left and right. A lot of stuff is coming out. They're hiding most of the truth, but now they got caught. And whether you believe it or not, on the inside, there's whistleblowers. So the elites have patriotic elites in there, and that's the problem. It makes sense. It's interagency battle. We talked about this close to 5, 6, 7 months ago. An interagency battle where they're fighting amongst themselves, and that for me is definitely what I wanted to see, because that's going to push out information. That's the only way probably we're going to be able to see information. Nika, thanks again. Thank you so much. Hack attack. Welcome. Gonna start hacking the trolls for me, brother? Right on, Kai, packing the bowl. I'll make more sense when you come back, brother. Right on, David. Yeah, I was having some problems here too. Happy Friday, Michael. Thanks a lot, Mr. Halaski. How are you, bro? Hope you're doing better. Doing well. Let's go camping. Ormsdown, Quebec. We're going camping June 10th, guys. And I don't think we're going to leave. We're going to have some fun. Those of you on the outskirts or love traveling or have a capability of coming down to Canada, let me know, because we're going camping. And we're going to be doing some UFO evenings every night. We'll be having a few beers with the aliens. I never took any vacation. A couple of days camping will be just simplicity, beautiful, and fun. We're going to share everything. We're making some cool videos, guys. I promise you. Some funny videos, too. Thank you very much, Mix Mayhem. What is a supernatural phenomena? Exactly. Keith Richards, still alive, is one for me. So, what is supernatural? So, supernatural for me, supernatural is the unknown, and it's something that is definitely alien, demonic, or heavenly, spiritual, good, evil. Could be a bit of anything, of both, one or the other. I believe that 100%. Thank you very much, Kristen, for stopping by the stream today. Yeah, Darla must be enjoying the Friday, or she's out doing errands. We got a nice day today. Not doing good in the States. Really worried about what's happening in Texas. Really worried about Louisiana, Texas, and all. Yeah, millions plunged. Like, why isn't that on the news? Why isn't everybody like flipping out and talking about it on social media? Hey, what's going on in Texas? How come that they have no electricity? That's really freaky when you think of it. Are they still talking about Texas in the news? So a guy got his video taken down about them talking about a formation developing, a large formation. It really freaking was large, I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, almost 1 million people, guys, without power. Unfortunately, there's some lives that were lost too. There's 4 people that lost their lives in Houston. Really sorry about that, y'all, down there. Texas power outage map: storm levels 800,000 homes, businesses without power. Not good. Severe storms hit southeastern Texas on Thursday, killing 4 people, sadly, downing trees and knocking out power to hundreds. They started so fast, guys, of thousands of homes from what I saw in the Houston area and surrounding areas. Houston woke up to scenes of the destruction after severe storms with winds of up to 100 miles an hour in a flash of an instant spewed debris across the roads. Like, it'll kill you. Go right, send a 2x4 right through you. They remember the 2x4 right through the tree. Crazy stuff. Severe storms with winds, 100 miles an hour. We're in recovery mode. I don't know. I hope so. That's crazy stuff. Some really crazy stuff going on. Scrolling down now to see the comments. I was so anxious to talk with my community. We had some problems at the beginning. I'm so sorry for that, everyone. It is interesting, man. It is so interesting. I hope you all found it interesting. For me, I thought it was really interesting just talking about that itself today, about the supernatural phenomenon, all the crap. Very interesting. History isn't what we've been taught. I agree with that 100%. Scratch says he thinks they've always been here hiding in the seas. I agree with you. Absolutely 100,000%. And probably massive bases down in the oceans too. The submerged vehicles, that's what they're looking for. That's what they're looking for. The government is definitely looking for. They're starting to bring their search into the sea. And that was mentioned a couple of months ago. Crosshatch, how you doing, man? I already know they exist. D&T, need Vatican to tell me. Don't need Vatican to tell me. Exactly. Right, Crosshatch? I agree with you, man. Sarah Morris, thanks for coming back. Appreciate that. It is. The internet is going gaga. Lots of problems. Hope it doesn't burn out all the black boxes. That was friggin' hot. For a change, aliens may not extra as much as ultra terrestrial. Yeah, see, that's another thing. It's a fact that the government says that there are non-human terrestrial beings. Look at Hayim Eshed, defense minister in Israel, okay? A while back mentioned that the US has hybrid aliens that are not human, and they're not just robots either. They're hybrids mixed with parts and whatnot. They're living on the inside of Mars in an archaeological dig site. Or is that what the archaeological dig site? No, they're living in Mars, where the archaeological dig site is when Andrew Basiago talked about traveling there with his father in a time machine and appearing in an archaeological dig site, wrote a whole bunch of books about it. Andrew Basiago. We talked about it years ago. Then these stories just fade out. It's maddening not to get any proof or anything coming out. It will. It's one of the it's listen, Kristen, it is so interesting. Ancient civilizations and technology. Oh, the occult, yes. I researched the occult too, because it has a lot to do with ancient cultures and civilizations. I believe the ancient civilizations were far more advanced than us, right? And that's with the proof of the things that we're seeing. Proof is in the pudding. They have drill bits and things that are seen there, and the cuts that the Egyptians were able to do. We are not as precise as that today, and that's the most fascinating thing. We are not as precise as when they were building the pyramids a long time ago, right? So who are we? Are we ancient? Are we the remnants and ancestors of the Sumerians, the Mayans? I think it's all the same. The oldest race that was here started it all. First race that was here started it all. Maybe there were several races, several different types of beings. Rainwater's here. They cloud our skies so they don't get sunburns. Yes, exactly. Same here. It's pretty bad, Sarah. Even right now, the chemtrails were very bad. 140 on X. Thank you very much, Alex. We'll take it. That's awesome. Thank you very much for listening in, Twitter. Love you for it. Those of you that are new, I'd like to think that some people are new. Take the time to subscribe to the channel. We usually only lose during the streams. It's blocked, and when you subscribe, it probably might not show up. But who knows? Take a chance in case it does show up. Free channel, lots of UFO videos, guys. And the UFOs have not stopped rising in the back. It's just that I've not gotten a clear night yet, which is a little scary. I was set up yesterday to get the moon, charged up my batteries, and I had to bring my telescope back in. 6 days. We're approaching for the full moon, leading up to six days. Any single night that I can get the moon, I will go outside. Those of you using telescopes, are you noticing how freaking fast the humidity arrives and how fast the clouds now are arriving? I've been trying to film the sun since the explosions. I got an incredible video here if you want to see it, the last few sun videos, but I'm trying to get it again. And it's like you don't get a chance. There's so much cloud formations and many different levels right now. Just more and more of it. We're gonna have one hell of a lousy summer. I'm pretty sure they're announcing cold for this summer. Yet 30-degree weather is starting, and it's hot right now. I even got the fan on. It's so hot. That's right, Kristen. I don't think the lizards like us very much either. Thank you, Alex. Thanks, man. What's the time mark? 1:30. I'm scrolling down here. You get up to date here. Mojo's Mama B, thank you as always for being here. Honestly believes, says Kristen, there are so many different types of life in the universe. I love the Indian culture. I love the Indian culture, Kristen, and particularly one that I have many friends in India online. Also, when I was with National Geographic, the photo community, which you all can be a part of. It's free to be able to be sharing your work on the National Geographic platform. I was there for years, and I met some incredible people. The images that I loved the most were the Indian photographers getting absolutely stunning, incredible images of birds that I had just never seen in my bloody life. The temples, you say, yes, absolutely. There are so many different cultures saying we are not alone. That's really true, Kristen. Most of the cultures talk about that. I would say it's in doctrine, ancient scripts, and what texts, and the sea scrolls and stuff. People don't talk about everything that the sea scrolls are talking about, right? Hey, tree hugger for Trump in the house. Thank you very much. Right on. Rumble in the house. Weird weather in France too, eh? Yeah, France and where else? Just not that long ago, they were getting like really pummeled. We've been having earthquakes here. Leah's been noticing that too. Ontario, Quebec. We've been having quite a few earthquakes here in the past 3 or 4 months, maybe 3 or 4 of them, which is not common around here. That's for sure. It's really not common here. Head on over to my Rumble. You can also subscribe to my Rumble. We don't have any new subscribers very often there. We're It's been about a month. We're 40 away from 1,000 subscribers. It'd be nice to get there. One subscriber a stream. I'll take it. Be awesome. Mojo's Mama B. I think we don't even have a close understanding to what supernatural really is. I think you're right, Xander. I think you're absolutely right. And don't forget, we're stuck with terms like specter, um, spirit, demon, entity. They tell us little terms like you'll hear things like if you really invest time in it, ectoplasm, and nothing really in detail. Everything's scattered around. Ufologists themselves fight all the time. You hear them literally saying different opinions on the same thing. They're both the same doing. They're both have the same credibility credits. I mean, am I going to say it? They both have the bachelor degrees or university doctorates or degrees, but they're disagreeing. Professionals are disagreeing all the time in science. Science is always evolving. Science is nothing stationary or stable. It's Earth is more stable than science. That's for sure. Or I don't know anymore. Ancient Indian structures are absolutely amazing. They are mind-boggling. Looked like magic created them. It really does, eh? And it seems impossible that they could carve into the stone like that. We know for a fact they say that it was impossible for them having been able to carve into the stone, but they carve into the stone with more precision than us. I did a lot of the research on that too, and I was blown away. The carbon dating and stuff like they say they can't carbon date stone. So that's another thing. The carbon dating, they were carbon dating the Shroud of Turin and everything, but now it could be off 10 to 20,000 years. The carbon dating, so they're wrong with it. They're going to find out more about that in a couple of years to come. It'll turn out that all the carbon dating was wrong over the years, but they need to set up some sort of reliability for people funding these projects. Imagine a guy that's funding an archaeologist or rich elite that sent $25 million or $2 billion to someone to dig up a site to find the riches and treasures. What if they don't, right? Like imagine what they say, we could find this, and we could find that, and that's all being done in hiding behind us. If y'all seen the Madonna new look, wow, don't tell reptilians not real. Hey, Sarah, no, I'm afraid now. They put a double tongue on her, double edged tongue on her. Yep. Maybe so complex that we can't even talk about it, you know? Yeah, for some it's the supernatural. From me, I stay away from it all, always. Anika, child of Thoth, on Rumble. I thank you so much, Anika. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. That's important. There are no thumbs up. If there are 324 watching, it'd be super cool to get 300 thumbs up, guys. I tell you that. Or a thumb down at least, but do something. you know? Yeah, they'll go with that. Sure, no problem, Bruce. Oh, that's for sure. Never play with the spiritual realm at all. Actually, I do. Probably do. The fact that they've always been around me. And when I see a spirit in the house or something like that, me and my door locked the other day aggressively behind me, and it scared the shit out of me. I'm assuming that the lock was stuck somehow and didn't want to turn. I don't know. It locked itself on me. I have poltergeists here in the house. Once every 3 months, at least something happens. I'll have to ask the Vatican if it's something real or not. I believe it. Witches, warlocks, sorcery, and listen, I hope there's a lot of people doing sorcery, because if there is not, we'd be screwed. You got some negative sorcery being done, and some people that attempt. I'm like I'm with Donovan on that one. I would not attempt, playing with fire or trying any sorcery. That's a fact. That's something I don't do. Exactly, Elias. When the shutdown happens, that'd be funny if it happened during the 10th or June, eh? Wouldn't be surprised. Oh yeah. I guess I'm gonna scroll all the way down now. Don't do indoctrination of any kind anymore. In my younger years, I explored same. Yeah, I did too. Found ties and inconsistent doctrine. Well said. I've been studying things for years. I respect others. So yeah, you're at the same point as me then, or I'm at the same point as you for that. It, quite simply, you research, you found a lot of the things that you were curious about, understood a lot, and you have your opinion on things now. Some people feel that they have to warn others, be careful for this, be careful for that. God is this or God is that. Just live your own lives, do the right thing, believe, be a good person. That's the only thing, first thing that the government should be pushing on the parents and tell your kids to be good people. You know, most parents, not even because they're bad parents there, will not take the time to sit down and explain to a kid that it's important to be respectful to women. You're a man. You're stronger than a woman. I had this explained to me. I explained to my son the same thing. As he was growing up and stuff like that. The kids that I had problems with at school, I say problems. Uh, I had no minute regular kid bugging problems at school. Those guys were being beaten by their dads. Their dads were alcoholics. They were pretty rough. Their dads with them, so they become aggressive. Anyways, I'm off topic here. What this world needs is more love, spirituality. There you go. Respect and compassion. We have to get along together. We definitely need to tread a more peaceful path. We are all connected, everything connected. Absolutely. And look at it the way you want. Okay. One religious group and another religious group. Pretend I'm facing one right now and pretend I'm part of a religious group that's hated by another religious group. Oh, for example, let's say it's Israel and Palestine, right? Okay. Well, one side has to go up, and this is obviously happening. One person has to go up to his own group and on both sides and say, guys, we just disagree. Who gives a shit about the other one not believing in our God? Who gives a crap about them laughing or mocking our gods? That's ridiculous. It's so childish that someone would be offended by another religion saying something about their religion. Get over it. So, what does that tell you? Religion causes fights, religion causes confusion, religion causes people to separate themselves from reality, is what I feel, unfortunately. 162, I'll take it. That's amazing. Thanks again, Anika. Roy Reed in the house from Sussex, UK. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. LA's here. So many old timers get anxious if they aren't told how to feel. Yeah, and unfortunately, the government will take advantage of that. You know, it really is sad. Is Mark Goldman here, brother? How are you, man? Big supporter here, Mark Goldman. Welcome, my brother. U.S. holding by the strings, man. Getting better though, but there he is. Work, work, work. Right on, man. My workaholic friend. Bro, thanks for everything. The support here, the comments. Always, man. Have an amazing day. Thank you very much, Iski. They don't want the divine feminine. That's right. The yin and the yang. They want a patriarchy only. Right. And now with what's going on with the women right now, it's so sad how I think it's safe to say that they're trying to use men to replace women, by the way. Any campaign or any store or a clothing line that you buy from and you're a woman and you see that they use a male dressed as a woman to sell the clothing, would you continue to support that? I was blown away by what they're doing, taking off women out of announcements. And it's just like, what the hell? Why? Well, that's how it is. mentality, teenagers, both boys and girls. I'm really saddened to hear the mentality of the teenagers today. There's something not right about their minds there, about what they're thinking. They're lost, totally lost. Mark says the Jesus toast and the potato chip too. I'll have to check out the potato chip. Is the Jesus toast there? Hold on, I'll go back and get it. That was a little funny. By the way, I saw the toast. Yeah, it's Jesus, but it doesn't mean it was actually him that decided I'm going to pop up. Maybe he's really creative. Jackie Goodson. Hi, everyone. North Carolina here. Thank you very much, North Carolina. How's the weather in your end? I hope it's not too aggressive. North Carolina, also been hearing about over the years. Okay, what did I want to do here? Yeah, that's right. Probably won't see it again. Was it Loeb and Mail? I think it was. No, can't find the toast anymore. Too bad. Would have been a good laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard the controversial UFO documentary at Cannes Film Festival for 2024? It's coming out, and Vatican's not too happy. It's the Vatican's role in paranormal research exposed. Now, emphatic. I'm amazed that that came out, and I told you guys that they're going to be combining the two fields of research, and it's happening literally before our eyes. Just weeks ago, I mentioned this, and they say the Vatican's role in paranormal research exposed, never before spoken about. Isn't that interesting? Award-winning filmmaker, it's Mark Christopher, if ever you want to know who it is. Mark Christopher Lee states that the publishing of a new guidance on apparitions by the Vatican is paving the way for full disclosure about the UFO phenomena. This is exciting, and this is information that I want to hear about, and I hope that it's true. I hope that something will come from that. The Vatican's been studying UFOs for decades and even has its own cardinal appointed to deal with this contract, with first contact. Sorry. From my research, he says, not my research, but he says, I believe that this new guidance, the one writing the book, Christopher, Mark Christopher, on apparitions is proof that they know that UFOs are more than just physical craft from other worlds, and that they have a paranormal side to them. Integrating the field of ufology with the field of paranormal research. The stuff that I'm capturing on the moon and in the sky here is paranormal, and it's also research in ufology. I believe it's supernatural phenomena that's occurring. As a matter of fact, what if they declare that those lights are supernatural phenomena? Be prepared. I just called it, and that's what the Vatican's going to be declaring. I believe this 100%. Let me know if I'm wrong in 2 weeks, by the way, maybe a week, if they declare it, that the lights that are lifting up are heavenly, and they're not going to say they're demons. I think they're going to declare them heavenly. But Kai, von Braun, fake alien invasion, what if they say they're aliens? What if they use that to perform the fake alien invasion? Spoken to some UFO researchers who actually believe the Vatican are collaborating in the cover up with the US military. The fact is, the truth may be too scary for it to be revealed, which is why we're not seeing full UFO disclosure and only part UFO disclosure. We could handle the fact that there is alien life on other planets, but this is what I mentioned just before. Could we handle life coming from other realms, dimensions, or even our own existence? The film that's coming out also looks at the role that AI will play in the search for extraterrestrial life and features Harvard professor who, that's right, Avi Loeb, who controversially says that alien AI by bypass humanity altogether will bypass this error here, dumbasses, low male, and form a bond with our own AI. Ooh, interesting. God versus Aliens will be out this summer on all platforms. God versus Aliens should be very interesting. Oh, there's a trailer. Hold on here. Let me see if it's interesting. Give me un momento, por favor. Ah, well, there's no audio on the video. Imagine that. They didn't want to share the trailer with us. Didn't want us to know. I so wanted to see the Jesus on toast. Well, I saw it, but I wanted to show it. If I just write Jesus on toast. Jesus on toast. Will they show it? Oh my gosh. Here, my chair. Oh gosh, this is too funny. No, I'm not going to show that, guys. Is it there? Is that the one? Yeah. Okay, I'll show that one. It's too much. Jesus on toast, everyone. And again, I'm not mocking religion or Jesus. I just think it's incredible. Some of the things that they will shoot out there. I don't even know what to think of it, actually. It's just Jesus on toast. Okay. Right there. Jesus on toast. Can you see it? He's over here. Looking up. Pretty cool, by the way. You can see it all here, the hair. But I mean, come on. This could be Jim Morrison, you know. Look at it the way you want. But it was pretty funny. These obviously are fake. Yeah, okay, come on. Like, I'll tell you what, guys. If in my toaster, I pull out a toaster and I see this, yeah, it's Jesus, okay? Guarantee you. But if I see this, not so much. So I wouldn't be too worried about the toast or the message of the toast message, Jesus toast message. Yeah, milk toast Jesus, which is way cool, by the way. I thought that was cool, but I'm pretty sure it could be a manipulation with computers. I saved the popcorn piece for a day that looked like a bunny. You remember the tomato that I showed a couple of years back that I kept here? It was a triangle tomato. The tomato was perfectly triangular. I kept it. I froze it for 2 years and brought it out during the streams once in a while to show everyone. Look at the triangular tomato. People didn't believe me. It was perfectly triangular. Perfectly triangular. Made no sense because there is no perfect symmetry like that in nature. Not in big sizes either. Am I still sharing the screen? Am I? There you go. Oh, yes, Susan Ravella. Alien invasion. Damn, I got my light off again. They mock anything they want to discredit, not toast, though. That sounds good. I'm hungry. Karen, thanks a lot for stopping in. Jackie, thanks again, Jackie. Hello. I have two hanging outside my body, but I don't question why there's two. But UFOs have me asking. Well, on the outside of your body, we're being protected, and we do have guides. Is the only thing we can use as a term for them, I suppose. We could use many terms. There's a few religious paintings with UFOs in them. Absolutely, Mark. We showed that just last month, man, or a couple of weeks ago. Very famous paintings, also, by the way, famous paintings that are at the Louvre in Paris, and absolutely in ancient Catholic paintings. Boy, crazy. UFOs in the sky, spaceships, Mark. The spaceships in the sky also. We looked at those not too long ago. You guys remember that? That was my favorite. Come on, Bruce. Okay, what's the problem with me not being able to go to Google Images? Want to go to Google Images? Google Images. There we go. Pretty trippy. And it's instantaneous, right? Just a quick second here. Share the screen again. Regardons ensemble. Just quite simply this, right? Oh, this is so fucking annoying. My favorite one, this one, and that's in this one here. If you just look at that one, boom. You mother. Right here, that and that. Okay. Close up. You can see it right here on each side. It is a spaceship, and that is a spaceship. And you could also see a lot of UFOs in the art, having them pointing up to the sky in some of the art. Here's one. As a matter of fact, in the background there, I know it's hard to see, but there's a man there. If you have a lens or something and you want to take a look, that man is actually, I want to be sure I'm not wrong here. He's actually pointing his hand upwards to a UFO because it's an unconfirmed object in the sky. Is right there. And close up, well, you can see it there. Deliberate magnetic field possibly around it, right? That they have. So yeah, in ancient art, especially Catholic ancient art, they definitely show UFOs in it, spacecraft even, like the Egyptian hieroglyphs, right? Remember the hieroglyphs that have the UFO, a boat. It looks like there's some constructed objects, machinery, and stuff like that we can see in the hieroglyphs. So that's a little. You say, well, wait a minute. How can that possibly be, Mister Luke? Thank you very much, and thanks for your patience, man. Sorry for not thanking you for that. Thank you very much, kind sir. Even nicer to see you, Luke. I hope you're doing well, man. Send love to you and the family, David, and everything. Hope you guys are doing well. George Klaus, thank you very much. 2 days out of neck surgery. Thank you for confirming it. And was it George? I thought it was somebody else who was getting neck surgery. Awesome. And did it go well? Are you feeling well? Thanks for confirming that, George. Welcome back, man. Always a good news hearing that, somebody underwent a procedure and it went well. A funny face and forgot. Yeah, that's hilarious. What was it? I have to admit. Oh my gosh. Okay, Jay Leno, a rotten banana. And I'm not kidding. That looked like Jay Leno on the bottom, just where all the black was forming and stuff. It literally looked like Jay Leno. If you're just joining, we're talking about weird stuff. Yes, Janine. I remember you saying that the UFOs with blinking lights are probably ours. Yes, Mojo's Mama B. Thank you for remembering that. I still believe that. I still believe that if any blinking lights are on UFOs, it could possibly be ours. Now, my mother, for example, told me if those UFOs had flashing lights, people would assume that it's just a plane or something. And it's true, right? People would assume it's just a plane when it could actually be a UFO. Like if a UFO starts flashing a blinking light on it, that's very confusing because I film UFOs with infrared. So if a UFO starts flashing itself, I wouldn't even be able to prove they're UFOs. So that's something to think of, that it's very scary, and it could possibly be happening too. A few last sips with you of coffee. Thanks for so much for coming in, everybody. For listening in. Do. So if you're new here, I'm Bruce Wards. I have UFOs coming in the backyard, lifting up from the ground level between trees and buildings that I've been capturing since the end of 2022. You have to look at those videos in the playlist, please. The best area to look is by scrolling back. I have short videos that touches on not all, but a good part of all the research over the years that I've captured. I repost them, get up in closer. And over the years, I've come up with some different theories, obviously, in some of the findings as we find out new information. So subscribe to the channel, help it grow. I'm investing all my money in everything to get big equipment. We have the 14-inch telescope, possibly infrared coming. And if we can't get the infrared, we'll get something else. Don't you worry. I will keep you informed on what we're doing here, but help the channel grow. It's free to subscribe to the channel. Like the videos. We don't get any views, and it's not normal that we only get 30 to 50 comments here on the videos. I have a French channel too. You can support me there. I have a Spanish channel. If you have Spanish friends that you want to support me there. I have a fundraiser, by the way, that I never really bother people with, but you can contribute any way you want. Become a patron for a couple of Canadian dollars. It's all ways of supporting the channel. So don't change a thing, honestly. Keep doing what you guys and gals are all doing, coming back to the channel. If not, I wouldn't be here. In Crosby, George? Yeah, man, it's been crazy, the weather over there. And now they're really talking about it, the possibly being manipulation of the weather. That's scary stuff. Thank you so much, Anika. Love you for it. Is Divine Sorcery here? Hello, brother. Jared Ellison says the Last Supper is actually an image of Jesus scrying in the temple. The plate is not for food. It's a mirror pool to sky in or spy in. Interesting. Well, there's a lot of Jared. A lot of people say thanks for sharing that, bro. There's a lot of people that give their opinions on that, and not just that. Rumors of Mary Magdalene existing, that his wife was beside him, and that I don't know. You never know. Yeah, people are getting banned when they talk about the real stuff and the good stuff. They get banned. Grip said it's a year today. My son's funeral, and his favorite song, "Come On, Eileen," has just popped up on television. That is awesome. That Grip is the way that I communicate with my dead father, and in ways where it doesn't offend you, it doesn't scare or frighten you, but it could be just something weird or cool. Really cool. Sorry to hear about your loss of Grip. I didn't know that you had lost your son. Really sorry to hear about that, my man. Come On, Eileen. That rings a bell, bro. I'll check it out. Come On, Eileen. It does ring a bell. Sending good vibes, my brother. I'm back. Houston kind of sucks from what I can see. Oh, yes, that's why it's not fake news. It's scary. Yeah, well, see, this is the thing. They can't hide it now, eh? They're going to have a hard time hiding it. Damn pronouns. I have two pronouns, by the way, for those of you that want to know: sick and tired. Of the pronouns. Yep, people got to wake up. Okie dokie. I'm painting the kitchen and listening to your dulcet tones. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Not enough elites living in Houston. That's why no news. There you go. I think we know how it works now, eh? I think everybody understands very well how much that all works. Thank you, Susan. Good heavens, I was thinking about moving to an area 150 miles north of Houston. I'm staying where I am for 6 months. It might be a good idea, Mojo's Mama B. That is nuts, eh? Some of the, well, for me, anyways, like the most beautiful places, I'll say in the world, for me, I want to go to California. I want to go to Nevada. I want to visit the desert. I want to see the Little Alien. I want to go to Area 51. And for me, those are the most beautiful places in the world. Beautiful, why? Well, it's because Californians in every movie you'll ever watch. There's always been a California this or California that. We hear about it here in Canada, right? All the time. California, California, you know. Um, Definitely on my bucket list. Some areas I'd love to visit, but it's funny how those beautiful areas or some nice areas or greatly populated areas have the problems. Look in the States with the friggin' tornadoes and hurricanes. How come they're not here? It's there's nothing here compared to what's going on in the States, and it's just across the border from me. I don't get it. They're talking about it. Pocketed events. They're compartmentalizing the secret projects. Well, they're pocketing and compartmentalizing the storms. There's a gap between two major developing storms that was occurring, and you see a dead zone in the center where there's one storm being caused in one area and the other storm being caused in the area. What the guy got his video taken down for was for mentioning that if these two developing storms had met up together, if they meet up together, well, they'll break apart, right? But now what's happening is that there's two independent storms. It's like they're going one after the other. Guys, over the years, look back at New Orleans and everything, and the big ones, the big floods and the hurricanes that occurred. You see it all the time on the maps and the satellite maps. Literally, Panhandle, Florida, and everything. Then it goes by Dominican Republic. Everybody knows it. We see it all the time, and you see they come one after the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And last year we saw one absolutely destroy Florida, parts of Florida, right? Which was ridiculous. Remember the water rising up ridiculously too quickly, where they had one guy went and put 12 feet up a camera on a tree. Okay. And the camera was in water. The water, you'd see the water going up and down over the camera. You'd see it playing like this. The water like was starting to rise up over the camera in a couple of hours. So the force winds are excessive, and that's what we can expect to happen. It's simple, right? We can expect that the storms are going to be stronger. That's all I'm telling you. If you expect lightning, well, be careful. The lightning storm could be a lot more drastic than it usually is. There's more electricity in this in the atmosphere. Electricity in our atmosphere. The sun, solar wind ionizing the hell out of the atmosphere here, lighting us up. This crazy times we're living in. Yeah, like you said, LA. Grip. Just talking supernatural and up it pops. I don't know if you guys are like me, but that you feel that the energy that's being used, both the good and negative energy on this earth, that you can tap into it without. I'm not talking about doing sorcery. You can tap into it. Sorcery is underrated. Sorcery is misunderstood. Unfortunately, sorcery is misunderstood. I believe if we're here today, it's because of sorcery, partly, not just manipulation of DNA or some miraculous event. But again, we'll wait to see what not the Pentagon, the other Pentagon, the Vatican, has to say about that today, which apparently right now they're in a conference talking about supernatural phenomena. Pretty exciting when you think of it. Yep. Man, me too, Alex. Well, actually, yeah, if it wouldn't be for the pandemic and the vaccines and shit, man, I would be traveling around. Like, I'd love to get a couple of guys. We get together, we travel out around for that, you know, raise a little bit of money, and we go to these areas in the world where, and when I say raise money, it's the ticket. There's always somebody that's going to be offering us a place, if we go and record and stuff, but that's what I want to do. We might see some crazy shit, Alex, at the camping, man. June 10th, we might see some crazy stuff, man, in the sky. That's definitely an area in Ormstown where there's a lot of activity in the sky there. I guarantee it. Renee, thank you very much. Hi. Appreciate that. may not be coincidence. There you go. How long does it take for something to come back, right? Coincidence or coincident? You said it, Donovan L. Right on. Divine, how's it going, brother? The veil between this world and the afterlife, the ether realm, yes, the ether realm, are super close. Your loved ones who have passed on are not very far away. I like hearing that. I agree with that. I agree with that. As a matter of fact, I don't even think that this is us on the plane and that they're on the next plane. I think that the planes are like this, like right, like they're all intertwined, and along that line where the plane, is level with the other one, like the Terminator line, there's a gap where you can see the other side. And that's probably where they're coming in through the magnetic lines. We talk about that. I talk about that a lot. That's a good one, Divine. Not good to be that at work, buddy. Gotta be careful. Hope you're not driving a lift. Actually, not worried about you. I'm worried about the people working with you right now. Yeah, because then if doves also appear on the TV set or something, well, then it could be something supernatural. That was just a message for you on top of it, brother. And then you brought it up, Grip, and then you mentioned what happened, coincidence or not, which was cool. And then you caused someone else to get an answer. Do you believe that? Anything and everything you say, good or bad, smart or not, it could be a message for somebody else that's listening. And maybe only somebody else is going to understand that message, right? Common sense sanity. Thank you so much, Montana Wookie. Hey guys. I do, guys, I have also a music channel, Bruce's Music. If you want to check it out, I'm trying to grow the channel, maybe get some ads on it so I can post my own music and grow this research channel. If any of you want to learn how to play instruments like guitar, maybe harmonica, piano, I have already a few blues slide lessons up and open D tuning. You can check that out on Bruce's Music. It's a hobby channel. You can check it out. If you're curious on hearing me sing. The moon isn't what we think. I agree with that one, brother. Thanks, Bruce, for providing your research to help me and others figure out the truth. I love you for it, man. And that's exactly just that. I'm not here to confirm anything, but what you see me posting, you guys can come up with your own conclusions on exactly what's happening on the moon. 100%. It is, Elias, and that's the one I want to film. A very large sunspot. That's 3736 something. Hold on here. Check out my sunspot videos, guys. If you haven't yet, I got some really cool videos. The total eclipse I just filmed. Well, now we have some storm that restarted. So it slowed down, not very much, but since yesterday was the first sign of the sun slowing down at all. Now, don't forget 3663 sunspots. That's the big group that was facing us, shooting out those 13, 14 X-class coronal mass ejections and solar flares that sent radiation that caused us to see auroras the other day. In 1 week now, those sunspots, if they're still alive, will be facing us again. Excuse me. And right now, there's way more than one coming back around. Here, let me share the screen with you. Let me share the screen with you guys. Put this down. Would you friggin'... Okay, so that's the sun right now. Look at this groupment of sunspots. I mean, now get this, guys. Do you know what that is? Major problem. 3667 and 3663. That's the one that was causing all the problems. Is it not turning? The sun is not rotating, by the way, guys. This spot's been there for 2 days. I could do a live stream tomorrow and the bloody sunspot's still going to be there. So we have the 3679, which is big enough here, but the 3685 here, this group of sunspots that are coming around the bend here, not good at all. Really not good. So we have a G1 minor geomagnetic storm right now. It was a KP5, by the way. I explained also what the KP5 is, if ever you want to know. During the auroras that we had, it was a KP9, which is the highest KP levels that you can have. If you want to know what a KP level is, you click on more data here. It's the KP index. The KP index is here, and it decides the intensity of the light coming from these sunspots. So does the X-ray flux and whatnot. So we have a G1 minor geomagnetic storm here. 14th, X 8.7, very large, and it's not stopping. The 15th, again, more X flares. There's the 17th now. Oh, damn it. Here we go again. Corona mass ejection, impact, new website feature. Awesome. A new feature. You now switch from the UTC time to your local time. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? See me. That was 7 days ago. It's not the 7 day ago one. So this is just out there. And we saw that right here. Friday 17th, Corona mass ejection impact, new website feature. There's a new feature talking about the impacts. Why? Because there's going to be a hell of a lot of action, most likely. That's what's going to happen. Some crazy times we're living in, guys. Gompsy, thank you so much. I hope to film the sun today as soon as I get off. That's what I'm going to go do right now, actually. Get up a video for you all. George says, maybe question why DC has had no severe weather 20 plus years. I know why. Can I tell you why? Yeah, you know why too. Of course. That's how it is. It all started, the geoengineering, at the end of the 40s, when the first area they wanted to spray was New York because there was no precipitation falling from the sky. And then so on and so forth. And now with the bloody poisons that they're putting in it all. Karen Fitzpatrick, thanks so much for being here. His Highness 18 on Rumble. Trolls be like fireflies all over the chat. Oh, absolutely. They're here to disturb, and I'm really sorry for everyone who has to listen in, and the trolls are disturbing the channel. But that's how I get support. That's how people understand that I'm so hated online. Stillman37, I love you for it, man. Every time you guys and gals do that, you share me out. Maybe you talk to your mother, daughter about it. Tell your dog or cat about Bruce Swartz. And I mean, for those of you that have been here for a little while, what do you think of the community? We have an effing amazing community here. We're like a family, and you'll see the same people always come back. Alex Grip, His Highness, Jules. These are all the same people that come back and support the channel. I love you guys so much. Mix Mayhem, Starender, all the crew, Kai, Donovan, Elias, Anika, LA, KP in the house. What's happening, my friend? Thank you very much. Still didn't scroll all the way down, did I? Bruce, why are you waiting to scroll down? Vicky's here because I don't like missing a chance to say hello to everyone. TETs, thanks for the ongoing support in every way, you guys. So awesome. Geez, there's a lot of people here. Then I'm going to scroll down. Thank you so much for the comments, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow's the 44th anniversary of Mount St. Helens. Oh, gosh, I don't like that. Yes, May 18th, 1980. And the videos, you guys can check it out. The video of Mount St. Helen, crazy. One of the guys even died up there on the mountain. Slept 12 hours after being out in the sun yesterday. I was out in the sun yesterday quite a bit when I was when I was doing the grass yesterday. Somebody says, what is that? What does that code mean? You're going out to do the grass before it rains. There's no code, guys. I have actual long grass. There was no code. Bruce the Code Man. I like cats, especially cat toe beans. If you're talking about someone else, I don't know. But if you're talking about me, I am on tonight. Guess we never know. It's crazy. The sun weaponized. If it is, Chris, and that's something very scary. It makes me wonder lately. So same. If it is weaponized for sure, because you see, we're not a type 2. Well, I don't even think we're a type 1 civilization. It could be, but I don't think so yet. And harvesting the energy from the sun is not something that they say that humans are really able to do. So, Nika, thank you, eh? Thank you. Hey, Twitter, look at all the beautiful support of people coming by. I love you all for it, guys. Thank you so much for helping the channel grow. I see all your effort. Current solar wind, 430 kilometers per second. And then it's going to start ramping itself back up to 600 and 800 and 900 kilometers per second. That's the convection that occurs between the cooling down and the temperature changes. That's something that nobody really is talking about on the sun there. The temperature changes on the sun must be absolutely psychotic, like from hundreds of millions of degrees up to down there. It's crazy. Yes, sir. Susan, 8 o'clock Eastern. Hope to see you all there. Hope, fingers crossed. Usually when I say it, it happens. Will there be? I want news from Ross Coulthart. Ross, we haven't heard from you in over a month. We need news from the UFO caucus online trying to bring out some truth. I hope they are bringing out truth. See you this evening, Kristen. Elise Wah, hi. I hope our grid is strong. We're going to find out, Elise. We should find out. Thanks for stopping by. We should find out fast enough. It's because of you, Simply Samantha. I told you. That's why the community is amazing here, you guys. Good vibrations, hopefully, too. And thank you so much for taking the time, guys. It helps the channel a lot. Thank you very much for the thumbs up and everything. Cycle 25, the sun cycles are a period of 11 years. It's really a 22-year cycle, actually, if you look into the detail. But solar cycle 25, actually, instead of me just shooting it out there and saying that it was 9 years ago, whatnot, let's see when it started. When did cycle 25 start? The sun. You're right on. In December, the solar cycle 25 is the current solar cycle, the 25th since 1755, if that doesn't scare you, when extensive recording of solar sunspot activity began. It began in December 2019, guys. So the documenting of the sun and everything, the Carrington event, there was only a drawing of the Carrington event. They drew it. There was no information or data. Earthquakes. If you want to look up information about earthquakes, they just started. You can't go back. You can't go back 100 years even to know about the earthquake. They just started documenting all of this. It's crazy. Danielle, thank you very much. Thanks, Jules. The kids will say that. The only funny part in Bruce's video, come on, Pentagon. They're going to be talking soon. Ricky, thanks a lot, man. What's going on now? Same crap, man. The UFOs being spoken about by the Vatican, going to be talking about supernatural phenomena. There's a conference going on right now talking about it. There's a new a movie coming out very soon that has to do with the Vatican doing secret projects with the US government, and it's going to be incredible. So why does it come out as a movie? Do you know that a MUFON former director from Belgium and Belgium, reached me to make a movie with him, part of my research in a movie. And they say that it will attract more people to, but you see how people are sort of forced to make a movie to bring out truth. The same way back in the day, Leonardo da Vinci was making paintings to bring out truth in things. It's so obviously evident that they were stopping people back in the day, the freedom of speech, just as much as they're stopping people today. I really thank you all for stopping by. We had another amazing stream. Yes, Randolph, they're definitely mining helium-3. The first 10 feet of the moon, they say, the first 10 feet is completely filled with helium-3 because they say, and the helium-3 sent by the solar winds. But it would have to have no gravity on the moon for there to be helium-3. And I think there is gravity, a bit more than what they say. We don't have helium-3 traces here on Earth as much, almost none, because of the radiation belt and because of how everything's filtered, right? Everything that even an asteroid that comes to into the atmosphere usually hits a wall, firmament or not, whatever you want to call it. Everybody, I will talk to you this evening at 8 o'clock p.m. It is now 10 to 3, and 5 hours. I'll be back on at 8 o'clock Eastern, and we'll talk about some more stuff, guys. Thank you very much for stopping by, and thanks for taking the time to subscribe, to like the videos, and check out my other links, guys. Leave a comment. Help me grow the channel. Come on.